should have cleaned these before. Oh, that was quick. You guys are fast. How's the sound? Can you hear me? Do I need to talk louder? Is this loud enough? Someone talk to me? Oh, we had 4 people, then it dropped down to 1. Okay, so the 1 person here, can you tell me if the sound's alright? The 2 people that are here, can you tell me if the sound's alright? I got something on my face. Oh, lime. Is no one going to tell me if the sound's alright? I'm a little soft, eh? Okay. How can I fix that? I just don't want to talk really loud, you know? Let me try something here. I'll get it a little closer. Alright, is that any better? Sounds good now? I've only got the mic like a foot away from my mouth, so. But I need to get the, I want to have it a little more forward. Because I can still watch the camera and jump up and shoot. I'm just using the directional mic because of the wind tonight. We've got a really, really good north wind. So, like a really good north wind. There's no way he can smell me tonight. The other day sitting here, we had a little bit of a crosswind, you know, so. And Doug was just freaking and peeking. He was in the back deck. I was getting everything ready and his fur went up. So the fact that the wind's coming from that direction, Doug was on the deck freaking, something was here, he put his head up, fur went up a little bit, and I thought, oh, get him in the house. So I gave him a quick bath because he was completely covered in swamp mud. And he's in the house now. All my chores are done. Feeder's done, water's done. I got a little bit of bad news. We're only got 29 people here, so I'll tell you the bad news of 29 people. We had 2 more ducks that I actually had to put down for medical reasons. I'll give you the Andrew vet update here. The seizure ducks, you know, the ones that are vibrating, and you know, I've never seen that before. It's a different symptom of botulism. And you know how some of them had, when you pick them up, the paddling legs, where the legs would paddle and they would flip themselves over and that? That's another symptom of botulism. It occurs when they're stimulated. So like when you're handling them and things like that, that can trigger the nerves. So the infamous botulism. Man. And the only way to get rid of it is to get rid of vegetation, which is pretty hard when you're free ranging, you know, with ducks on a lake on the side of a swamp. My buddy's got the perfect property to do this, man. Oh man, he's no swamp, spring-fed creek. It's like, and his creek really runs. The spring-fed pond, it really runs like it's. There's no way the water would get stagnant or dirty or self-filtering almost. You know, there's so much water going through it. The solution to pollution is dilution. He's got a big barn. Oh man, he got pigs. Oh man, it's this guy's property. The only problem is he's right on the side of the highway. Not bad on the side of the highway. The house is back, but there's no bush. It's all houses around him. But the actual property itself, it's like it's got the duck adventure written all over it. But I don't like the location. No privacy. You can see the house right from the highway. Everything you're doing, you can see. You'd have to plant big, massive cedar hedge around the front of the property, which isn't a big deal, because it's maybe about 500 feet, and then it would take 20 years for it to grow up before you'd have privacy. But unless you've got big cedar hedges, which is another possibility. This part of the world, you get big cedar trees, not a problem. But anyways, it's a botulism symptom, the vibrating ducks. So what happened today, I told you earlier there in the stream that there was one duck at the water station that was acting a little strange. He came out and right in front of me, flipped over and started kicking his legs. So I talked to Andy, and there's two ways of doing it: driving down to Campbell, taking the dead duck to Campbell, or taking it to him frozen, and then he sends it to the lab in Guelph, Ontario. So it's a good idea to send like a half a dozen birds, so they can do like a comprehensive test on the flock. So and then I went into the barn, and there was another duck, the little silver gray duck, the one that's really friendly, but he wasn't really friendly. He was really sick. He had green stained feathers all over his rear end, so botulism. So I put both of them down with a quick axe to the neck, just to I didn't decapitate them, but it definitely broke their neck and they died instantly. I put them in plastic bags. I labeled the bags. They're in the freezer. So we need to get 2 or 4 more of them, and then I gotta take them to Andy to get them sent away, and it's $25 a duck, and we'll get them tested by the lab, by the government lab, and they'll tell us. But I'm 99.9% sure it's botulism, because he sent me I guess it was a cut and paste of the medical journals, and the symptoms match everything, all the things we're having. Dazed and confused ducks, plus the duck today that was in the barn that was laying there all quiet. When I picked him up, his feet were red hot. A fever is another symptom. So anyways, it's the botulism thing, man. They just love drilling, and that's the thing. And there's so much drilling here, and so I've got 3 feeds set up right now facing the swamp. One is an overview, which is on top of the feeder, which shows the whole swamp. The other one, what is it called? It's the feed from this morning. Coyote Lookout, I think that's what it's called. It's doing the left side or right side of the swamp, and then I have one at the mouth of the creek. And then I've got this one here that you're chatting with me. And we will go to a reasonable hour waiting for Mr. Coyote to dart out and try his hand at a duck, and I will take a reasonable attempt to introduce him to his present, a nice shiny copper wrapped chunk of soft lead with a hollow point. And at a reasonable hour, if we have not succeeded at this, I will fire some warning shots, and then I will go down, and with the boat or the canoe, whatever it takes, I will get the ducks back. We will not have a repeat of the other night, where it was very late, and I was trying to get the ducks back. Ain't gonna do that tonight. So if I start saying that it's getting hard to see through the scope, that it's going to be a real tough shot, somebody reach through and give me a slab up the side of the head. Just the botulism, that's the problem. You got all this water right here, and that's the problem. The water, the shoreline, the vegetation, like it's just. And with all the rain we had this year, you never know what's rotten out there. And the ducks are into everything, because that's what the ducks do. They drill into everything. And in Mother Nature, this happens all the time with wild ducks. Wild ducks get taken out lots by botulism. It's very well known. And like I said, the only way around it is if you had a piece of property with a spring-fed pond that they had no access to rotting vegetation, which my buddy's pond is. It's a gravel pond. It's totally lined in gravel. There's no vegetation. Well, there's bulrushes that growing up now because they brought up on chin, but it's a sandy gravel pond that's constantly got water running through it. I look at it and I told him, I said, you should have ducks here. Put an electric fence up around, man. Nobody would ever get in at them. You could just, but You know what he's got? He's got this beautiful pond, and well, he stocks it with fish, but he's lost his fish twice now because the pond froze over solid. Instead of he didn't have an aerator in it to keep the ice off, a spot for the water, for the air to get through, and it froze over solid and suffocated his bass. 3 years worth of bass, twice it happened to him down the tubes. I was like, if he had ducks, you wouldn't have to worry about that. And he's got a little floating dock, a canoe in it. It's like, it's a perfect little setup for ducks. Every time I go there, I was like, oh man, with the barn, he's got a full-size barn too. Full-size barn. But, you know, not everybody's into the same thing, you know? Oh. And I'm hoping tonight it's, we do it. We get the coyote. I don't believe today, guys, that I slept. I crashed hard. Whoa. Okay. I got pants on too. Trousers, jeans, whatever you want to call them. Light cotton pants. Light cotton jeans. Just in case the bugs start while I'm sitting here. But right now we have a bunch of ducks in the coyote zone. Right now. It's probably, I don't have it zoomed in, so you probably either the Coyote Watch video or the swamp overview. Unfortunately, it's not zoomed in, so I couldn't figure out what to do with the cameras. But right now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ducks on the other side of the creek, right where a coyote would come out. And we know if I'm not ready, what'll happen. If I'm like turning and looking at you chatting, I'll be cursing myself thinking, oh, I did it again. But I can chat and sit here and hold the pose and just be ready, just in case he darts out. Because you never know. I can concentrate and talk at the same time. I hope you guys can hear me. Because I've got the mic like not even a foot from my face. I noticed the other day it was really, really light or soft. But I am talking rather soft actually. Okay, we got a duck going down the creek. Not really go far. I think we're gonna have it. I think tonight. Something tells me. And I'm gonna be mad that I'm not zoomed in on the creek, in a zone. But at least I've got them on tripods. Well, I don't with the other two because the threat of rain. I sprayed bug spray on my pants, and I gotta get more bug spray. Oh, I didn't spray bug paste on my arm though. Oh, mosquitoes. Yeah, they just got out of the water. I gotta get more bug spray. I only bought 2 cans this spring. I don't like using the stuff. The stream that I've got the camera over the feeder has got to be really loud right now because the ducks are over there feeding. Probably lots of quacking sound. I just don't believe how much I slept today. Man, I crashed hard. And the phone when it started going off, and I was like, what was that noise? I was in my dream, eh? It was like the dream, I heard this phone, and I was like, what? I don't know, what was that phone doing in my dream? And it was Andy calling. Thankfully he called. I'd still probably be sleeping right now. I thought for sure, you know, I was talking to a buddy the other day. I said to him, you know, August is going to be so nice. Yeah, we're gonna have a beautiful August after 3 months of rain. Man, oh man, it's just, we've had like what, 2 days so far, and we're back to the wet again. Wet and cool. And Andy said it was a really good idea doing lime on the pen. He says that was a good idea. So I wish I could remember the lady that sent me the link about it. I wish I could. I'd like to give her credit. It was a good idea. Andy says that was a good idea, just in case. Except, oh man, it stinks. Oh, I hate the smell of it. I'd rather smell duck poop than that, you know. Duck poop has more of a natural smell than wet lime. Ugh, wet lime. But the wet lime, you know, it does its job. Makes the pH conditions unfavorable for bacteria and flies, and you know. But I've noticed since I put it down, the fly situation seriously cut back. Like seriously cut back. Gotta get another bag of it for the barn. I don't know if I have to go to town tomorrow or not. I might whip in and just with the car and grab a bag of lime. I want to clean the barn out again, give it a clean, fresh straw, and then sprinkle some lime in there too. Because I can't believe how the flies. There's no flies in the pen anymore, guys. All the flies are gone. Like there's no flies. You walk around the pen now, inside, no flies, nothing, zero zip. Like totally, there's no flies. I'm blown away by it actually. There's still flies around the property though, but there's just no flies in the pen. It's like they're gone. They left. Especially the lean-to on the side of the barn. That used to be really bad. You go in there. That's why I always sprayed it out all the time. Was because the flies in there. And I went in and checked today. I crawled underneath the lean-to. Well, I walked under it, and it was like not a fly anywhere. It works. So anybody out there with poultry or you know waterfowl and you got or livestock and you got fly problem, just throw a bunch of lime down, man. It gets rid of them quick. I found the best way to spread it too. I should have did a video, but it was so dusty. Oh, that dust was flying everywhere. Cameras got covered. Everything got covered that was out in the yard. Everything in the yard got covered in white dust. But I found the best was basically I took that aluminum snow shovel I had, and about 4 cups on a shovel. You shake the shovel so that it was level, and then about 2 feet off the ground, throw it sideways. Don't fill the shovel up full. Just like about 4 cups in the shovel, and then shake it out so that it's level in the snow shovel, and then whip it, and it spreads so nice. You cover about a 5 foot by 10 foot area, 50 square feet at a time. Took me a little figuring out though on the measurement though. The first couple shovelfuls I had a little bit too full, and it was a mess. But you have to, when you do a little bit of, you gotta shake it so that it goes evenly across the shovel, so that when you throw it, it spreads, you know, evenly. But you know, I've noticed since the coyote attack, specifically the other day, you know, the one we lost there, that we haven't got that coyote, you know, since, is that the ducks won't go down the creek. They're totally staying away from that end of the creek now. Swimming down the creek, they jump out early and come across the mud to come home. They're going diagonal across the swamp now. I'll just show you. See? They're not taking that area at all. They're coming from that direction. It's It's like they got totally freaked out. Which makes it a lot harder to do this. We need ducks playing in the creek, is what we need. I wish I could read the chat, guys, but if I put the glasses on, I'm not doing my job. And I would really like to top off the day with the coyote gone, so I could relax and let the ducks out and not be, strung out, guarded babysitting, prison guard life. So it feels like I'm a 24/7 prison guard. It makes it no fun because I got some things I want to do. Like I like to go in the garage and I'd like to make the other water station up with the float. And you're in the garage working, and that's exactly when the coyote's going to come, and it's going to be live streamed so everybody can see a duck getting killed. And where's Matt? Oh, he's in the garage working, building something for the rapidly diminishing number of ducks. Canada geese are back in the pen again. Oh man, they're freeloaders. They're bad. They're bad. They're like really bad. I kicked them out twice already. And some of them, get along with the ducks so fine, and some of them don't. Some of them have attitude. Actually, it seems that the parents get along with the ducks the best. It's the young ones that have the attitude. Poor Doug doesn't know why he's inside. He's all screwed up. But they won't eat out of the feeder. They'll only eat off the ground. They clean up the ground. They never stick their heads in the feeder. Oh, mosquitoes. I brought a jacket, but it's over at the deck. Should have sprayed bug spray all over me. I really don't want to put a jacket on. It's too warm. I think that last Friday, the coyote showed up so fast. Everything was just perfect, and it has not been perfect since. Been a lot. This is one thing I used to tell you guys when I used to do the videos, how the predators would suck my life up. I hate this part, sitting just here. This is what you do. Like, what am I going to do today? Oh, I'm going to sit for 4 hours waiting for a predator to show up. Like, oh man, I think of the things I've done, hiding and waiting and just waiting and waiting and waiting. It's driving you nuts, Predators waste a lot of time trying to get them. Then the ducks are staying right at the mouth of the creek. You probably could see it in the cam. Which one? The 24/7 cam. Right now, you'll probably see them. They're staying completely away from the bulrushes, from the creek. Like it's like the plague to them. You know, imagine back, you know, and the shepherd's sitting there, and he'd have to sit on the hill and watch his flock all day with his dog, his trusty dog, sitting on the hill, you know, waiting to take care of the, you know, his flock or whatever he was raising. Just imagine that how much man hours that man has put in watching over his livestock, and still lose animals, even though he's watching. I'm thinking the ducks are going to come home early. That's what I'm thinking. I would really like to grab the camera, guys, and show you what's going on at the feeder, but I just worried that if I do, okay, I'm going to take a chance. Watch, I'm going to regret this. I'm going to be showing you guys what's going on with the feeder, and right then something's going to happen, and then I'm going to go, damn. But I'm not going to throw the iPad down on the ground like I did the what you call it, the phone, because the phone has protection to be thrown. This doesn't. See the Canada geese? They're cleaning up the ground. That's what's going on over there. I gotta get back ready here. There's none of this shenanigan stuff here. Well, there's no ducks in the creek, so I'm gonna join the conversation. So you guys are having a conversation here, and I'm running out of material. So give me something, guys. Give me something here. Give me something to work with. Oh, the blue jays are just behind us here. If they were over there, the other side of the bush, losing it, then it'd be different. There should be 2 water and 2 feeders. No, there's one. One's enough. There's never a rush. If there was a rush, as in stampedes, and ducks were on top of each other eating and drinking, then I would definitely have 2 feeders and 2 water stations. But we have never had a rush, so we've never had a stampede to the feeder. We've never had ducks on what you call it, on top of each other or anything like that one. The small ones get food, Deborah. Everybody's getting food. It's like, look, think about this, guys. How much footage, how much of the stream do you watch that there's nobody at the feeders? Yeah, all the birds are over there, guys. They're up there. That's where they're coming from, not down there. There's no sound coming from that side. Everything's behind us. So think about that. All the times you watch the feeder and water stream, and there's nobody there. Like nobody. I've gone onto it many times and look, and it's just an empty feeders, an empty stream, empty water, nobody there. Now the thing is just the camera pointed at food and nothing happening. If there was a problem, we'd see it. Fabio, I don't know. He's not walking. I might be taking Fabio to the vet tomorrow. I might just do an impromptu show up at the vet and say, Andy, can you do a what you call it? Blood test. Suck some blood out of him and see if there's anything wrong that way with him. I might do that first thing in the morning before Andy gets busy. Showing up there during the day is not a good idea. Well, unless it's for Doug. I'll interrupt Andy's day for Doug, but when I'm looking for free duck stuff, I only do it first thing in the morning. You pay for a visit through PayPal. You want to come here, Deborah? It's expensive. It's $3,000. Sylvia? No. I understood what you meant. I got that. You gave me enough words to work with, Sylvia, that I could figure out that the autotype did something wrong. It's when they give me the one word, and I got to figure out the other five. I don't understand. Oh, don't worry about paying for a vet visit. No, the Andy's never charged me, other than for meds, Deborah. So don't worry about it. The only time I've ever had to pay Andy for duck stuff is for the antibiotics, and then it's just because it's so expensive. The actual visit, it's always free. Always free. Andy's a really good guy. Doug's skin problem. I've got spray. See, last year, Matt, quit shooting yourself in the foot, Deborah. No, I'm not shooting myself in the foot. You guys don't understand. I'm an honest guy. I can sit here, and actually, there's so many channels that do it. I run across them. I just shake my head. That they just cry, send me money, send me money, send me money. I hate that stuff so much. Like, if I can pull it off without asking for money, that's what I do. I sort of look at it's like a MacGyver thing. Can I MacGyver it without any money? And when times come that I need money, like the GoFundMe, send me money. That's a different story. But I'm, if I can, Andy will, I'll show you the vet bill. If Andy says, oh, Fabio's got a problem and he needs, meds, and then he gives me the meds, and then, and it's $170 worth of antibiotics, I'll share it with you. Trust me. I'll show you. Oh, here's the invoice: $170 for Fabio's meds, and then I just leave it up to you guys if you want to help or not. I try to be transparent on what happens here, but I'm not going to say, please send me $170 for the meds, because I'm a loser. I'm an e-bagger on YouTube. I'm not going to do that. I got a little too much pride, if you know what I mean. So, but I'll get him in there. Tomorrow morning, I'll whip in. I'll give Andy a heads up on email that I'm going to show up at his work at 7:30 with a duck, and then I'll pick up the lime on the way home for the barn. Because it's just weird that Fabio is not walking. Like, I don't get it. It's just strange, that I found him by the feet, or, smushed to the ground basically, and he's still not, walking. It doesn't make sense. Unless he got hurt, got into a fight. But there's no bigger ducks unless Lucy picked a fight on him. That's the only thing. It'd be Lucy. Lucy pounded him. It wasn't the can of geese. They weren't in the pan because it was the morning I found them. Oh, hang on. Got a bunch of ducks moving in a pack formation. I don't think we're going to have any ducks in the swamp tonight, guys. They're all coming back. I think they're coming back because the feeder was empty. Like, totally, like, what the hell? What is that guy posting, man? Or if that's his username. Who is a username with 800 characters? Let me see this guy. Diego. What, you got a surprise? What, are you giving away lottery tickets? Okay. Mother of salvation, only with love of God in your souls can you spread the word of God. My God, that's a ridiculous username. Ridiculous. That is just... Oh, man. Yeah, I know. Give me a break, too, eh? Unbelievable. Some people, yep, you guys are nailing it, man. You guys we think alike. But you gotta admit, sometimes it's really quite comical what goes on in the chat. It's like people show up and it's like they don't understand that this is like, we're a big family here. And it's like you show up and be the village idiot, you're gonna get sorted out. I can feel the cool air though. I'm hoping it's not rain. But when Andy sent me the cut and paste of all the symptoms of botulism, I was happy when I read it because I was worried, because the shaken thing, and it was just I think it was coincidence that it was black ducks. I think it was. I mean, just the coincidence that was them that were getting the vibrations, the seizures. Speaking of black ducks, I got black ducks coming up here. Can you see them right there? Oh, there's some more black ducks. Yeah, okay. This tripod doesn't adjust like the other one. Where are you, little black ducks? Little black ducks right there too. I'm using my cheap tripod for this deal right now. Ducks in the yard. The ducks are more interested in the yard tonight. Can't win, eh? There's nobody down at the creek. Aww, totally ruined my fun. So I got 2 streams going right now, and all the ducks are in the yard. Or 3 streams pointing at a swamp, and probably there's no ducks in any of the streams. You can't win. Well, there is some ducks out there, so we'll wait till these ducks come back before we toss the towel in on the potential coyote situation. Because a coyote could be hungry, because it's been, 2 nights since he's had a snack. I thought I saw something. It was my eyes playing tricks. Brown duck, black duck in tall grass. Okay, I don't know if you see this behind me, guys. The ducks are surrounding me. There's a duck party behind the woodpile here in the yard. Look at the train. It's a duck train. They're circling. They have different ideas. This is the problem working with animals. See, when I used to do videos before I streamed, I used to just, camp out and work with the animals. So the problem is when you're streaming, you got to set cameras up all over the place. And you set the cameras up, and you're hoping things are going to work out, that you can capture, the footage of what you're doing. Unfortunately, when you're a one-man show, it's hard to control 4 cameras, a gun, and all these animals and what happens on the property. You just almost just want to toss the towel in and say, okay, whatever happens, happens. And that's basically what's happening. And so that means sometimes you guys get a good stream, and sometimes you just get, my God, this guy posts just nothing but garbage. But this is real life, man. This is what it's like, you know. This is. I'm trying to get a coyote in with my Walmart 1200 duck. Just add water collar. This is not a quacking, eh? I don't know if it's picking up in the mic, but the whole yard's quacking. And if that doesn't bring something in, what will? You know, like. What I'm waiting for is the nighttime coyote visits, because that hasn't happened yet. Actually, come to think of it, guys, we got enough people here right now. Yeah, how many people here? Okay, there's 170 people here. Have you guys seen a freaking peak at night in the last week? Like since I shot the coyote last Friday, because the last freaking peak we had was last Thursday. Like tonight will be the 8th night that I know of no freaking peaking. So, has anybody seen freaking peaking in the last 7 nights? Yeah, Barbara Lee, we've got a lot of couch potatoes watching right now that don't know how to lift their hand off the armrest to go onto the thumbs up. Oh, you know, the thumbs, it's like, oh, just give up, put your head on the pillow and go back to sleep. Yeah, nothing, eh? The last 7 nights. Since we got rid of the coyote, like that Thursday night, we had he was here and I didn't have the rifle sighted in, and which I had an awesome opportunity. If I would have had the rifle sighted in, I could have gotten rid of the fox right then. And then the coyote the next day, we fixed him, and we haven't seen anybody since, except that one coyote down at the creek that we got the footage of him darting out and getting a duck, and we haven't seen him since. Except we know he was here last night because Doug ran down there and barked at the creek line, but he had his gimp shoulder. He wasn't too good. And then at the end of the night there, did you see at the end of the night last night there on the stream when I was putting the ducks away, how Doug wouldn't listen and his fur went up and his head went up, and he was like, he wanted to go for a rip because something was circling the property. Absolutely wouldn't listen, eh? I was like, it was like brain dead. Instincts, eh? I want to go chase that smell. But the last 7 days, so let me just scroll back down here. You're saying 3:30 in the morning, somebody, Opal? Yeah, nothing. Yeah, everything's nothing. My lake has a name? Yeah. Deals Lake. Yeah, Doug knew something was here last night. Hello, Andrew Tucker Lord. And we have no ducks in the swamp. Doug always knows, I know. Oh, we got 118 thumbs up. So now we've only got 119. So now we only got 50 people that don't know how to use the thumbs up button. They must be new to the internet. Doug okay? Yeah, Doug's in the back. I got him in there because I just didn't want him out here if I had to pull off a quick shot. Plus, you know what happens if he disappeared? As soon as Doug disappeared, I wouldn't be able to take a shot. I won't shoot if I don't know where Doug is. Because of Doug's color, it's too easy to mistake him. I've had a couple times where Doug has appeared and I did have the gun pointed at his direction. Talk about put the gun down quick, man. Holy moly. It was like, Doug, what are you doing there? Like, so my rule is now is just keep Doug away. Like either tie him up or put him in the house. I won't screw around shooting with Doug around. Because he blends in. Like the dog disappears. He's so good camo. It's like, even with the brown right now, even with the green over there, they just the brown from last year, I mean, blended in, he still disappears in that. And another month from now, he just disappears into the bush. You can't see him at all. Which, talking about brown, I'm looking, the bulrushes are already starting to turn yellow across the lake. Summer's over, guys. We got so screwed this year. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't believe this. Oh, wild duck was with our ducks. He's just flying away now. The ducks are back in the yard. There's one small group coming back right now. Right there. That one small group. It's like looks like about 22 ducks. Right there. Unbelievable. Talk about just throw a curveball into everything. Unbelievable. They just refuse to go near the creek, guys. Just refuse to go near the creek. Oh, wild duck. Oh, that'll freak everybody out, flying over top. You got to admit, though, these ducks are a little smarter than last year's ducks, because you know how they used to play at the creek all the time and get picked off, and they would just keep going back to the creek and keep back to the creek and keep getting picked off. These ducks have only been attacked 3 times in the creek, and they won't go near the creek now. I'm really surprised about that, because that's not normal. Ducks are usually pretty stupid. They'll just keep going back to the death zone, you know? The fact that they're going straight from the pen in a straight line, you know, I'll give you a view there. Yeah, right there, straight line. They're going, where is it here? Right there. Straight line. That's the area they're doing. They're not screwing around doing the creek. Which means the Coyote's going to change his operating procedure here shortly, because the ducks are going over to this area now, right there. Can I get my finger in the right spot here? Yeah, no, right there. They're going in this area right here, so that means the Coyote's going to start hiding in this bush behind me, which makes it really hard for him to hide in that bush because of Doug. Yeah, the ducks are coming back. It's got to be because of food tonight. They stripped the feeder today, and they're coming back for food. They might go back down there. What time is it? What time is it here? 7:23. 7:23. They potentially could go back down there. There are some ducks going back down, actually. All it takes is one duck down there to draw him out if he's down there. The can of geese are down there. That could draw him out, too. More chance of a duck, though. The can of geese walked all the way down there to get a drink of water, guys. They ate a bunch of the grain off the floor, off the patio stones, because they won't stick their head in the feeder. And now they're down there drinking. Is that stupid? They're right beside the water, and they go down to the creek to drink. Oh, we have a bunch of ducks down there. Here, you can see right there. See the tip of my glasses right there? There's a bunch of ducks right there. Oh, Doug's barking in the house. Doug's barking. There's no panic anywhere else. Oh, there's a bunch of ducks over there, actually. Here, I'll see if I can zoom in for you. Oh, yeah. See? Okay, the ducks would rather be in the yard cutting my lawn, which I have no problem with that. Look at that for a mess of ducks, eh? And Big Red I really like that name, Big Red, you know, but Red or Big Red. Doesn't matter. That's his name. It's such a brilliant red on his face. And the fact that he's just an awesome flyer. Yeah. Well, the Coyote was a washout, but we had a chat. Then you found out what's going on with the ducks. You know, it's like it's 99% chance it's a botulism deal again. But I'm gonna take some ducks, fresh dead ducks that are frozen, into Andrew, and we'll send them off to the lab in Guelph and find out what's going on. But Andy says that it won't help you this year. He's used them before, but they it won't help. Well, it'll just give us more insight into next year. Which, if it's botulism, it's botulism. Yeah, there's a little bit of a duck train coming home right now here. I don't know if you, yeah, you can see it. It's there. It's right there. See the little duck train? Oh, sorry. Okay, why is it so hard to move this thing here? I'm trying to point to the duck train. Can I get the duck train happening here? Where's my finger? I can't even find my finger in the pit there. No. Oh, right there. Duck train. Right there. See it coming in? It's hard when you want to point in a video when you're streaming like that. It's backwards, right? Yeah. The ducks are not cooperating. Well, I tried. That's all I can do. Just more time wasted on predators and not accomplishing it. Thought for sure, you know, like it's been today's day 3 since he's gotten a duck. What's he eating? What is the duck? What is the coyote eating? Like it's like he's got to be really hungry by now. What do you think he's eating, guys? He ain't eating duck. Why does everybody gotta ask who? And it's the same people all the time that keep asking me what my favorite ducks are. It's the same users all the time. They think I'm gonna change my answer? It's rotting vegetation's the problem, guys, and that's what swamps have. You think Lara is eating bunnies? Possibly, eh? No, it won't bother him eating ducks with botulism. Hello, Tom. Yeah, Stripper's my all-time duck. Like the duck lived with me, man. A roommate. The only duck that's been a roommate has been Stripper. I think Stripper's up at the hot tub right now too. I'm pretty sure Stripper is. But the fox is a one-night meal. Secretly do a fox coyote call. Well, then, you know, that means I would have to turn off all the streams and waste my time with a caller, which I've got one. Somebody sent me one, an expensive one of those digitized ones that you computerize and you can run with your iPhone. It's a hell of a nice one, actually. It's like about $140, and I can't use it because you need a license to fire it up. So I'd have to take the streams down and, you know, do something illegal. And then I'd have to lie, and I've never lied on the channel yet. And you know about lying, is lying, you always get caught because you forget your lies. If you always tell the truth, you can't get caught in a lie. Oh, Doug is my favorite too. He's my dog. He's not a duck though. Magoo's in the pen. Oh, thank you, Tommy. You donate $8 to PayPal or GoFundMe? Because if it's ForGunMe, that website for raising money, ForGunMe, that's to help to feed the homeless. I'm not getting a lot of material to work with tonight, guys. You still kind of missing Mo? I'm not. Mo had to go. Yes, it's an SKS. It's a Chinese Norenko, actually, from the 90s. The best SKS. We afraid to get our heads bit off by the mods? The mods aren't going to bite your head off or give me material to work with. You're just a little bit of a little snowflake action happening here, guys. Your wishes? Mo was bad. Mo did a lot of bad stuff. Want to bet? Look at them. You're now you got them all riled up. I think you're just a snowflaking out here on us. It is what it is. No, that's a weak comeback, man. Weak comeback. Put some effort into it. Oh, now Cecil needs to be banned. Now you're gone, Cecil. Or so get rid of him. Just he's gone. He's like, we don't have to worry about him anymore, will we? It's like, it's like you gotta wonder, right? Like you tell the person to comment. You actually have a conversation with him in chat. He's getting recognized during the stream, and then he has to drop the F-bomb. It's like the old saying, eh? Give them enough rope to hang themselves. No. That's what my parents always did, you know. Give them enough rope. They'll hang themselves. Everybody does. Well, not really a limited vocabulary. No. I know lots of really smart, really like multiple degrees. Okay, smart people. People who have like we're talking serious education, and believe me, you'd swear you were sitting with a sailor. I know lots of really smart people with unbelievable vocabularies. Like unbelievable, really smart. Swearing, it's just when they start using that as the only form of communication, then it's a different story. You know, there's times where the well placed F word actually makes sense, and then there are people who just say it to say it, and then well, you're an idiot. Oh, mosquitoes have started. Did you see that on my nose? Actually, some of my most disgusting disgusting conversations are with some of my smartest friends. That it would just people would run from it. My deleted stream, no, that was warehouse talk. That was just I was just warehousing it, man. It was like we were just doing warehouse guy stuff, and I did not know the camera was running. It was in my hand. It was not being pointed at anything. It was just a recording device. It was just a bunch of guys chatting. I was pumped that day. Yeah, I was. I was just pumped, man. We were gonna get. I was on that Coyote roll. You were on that chat or that live stream. I know there was 47 people that got the full meal deal that day. Okay, guys, Well, how else am I going to weigh them, Susan? There's no other. There's the best way of weighing the coyote was putting him in the pail. That's the way I do it. It's like I don't have to touch him and nothing. He's in there, and I don't get blood or dirt or anything on my scales. It works well. The ducks are going back down to the swamp, guys. They came back for a snack. I don't know. I'm going to wait a little longer. I'm not going to. The streams don't have very many duck action in them right now. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to. I'm just going to wait. You don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I'm going to. I'm going to put a little more effort into this. A little more effort. It's all right with you. I don't have hanging weights. All I have is digital shipping scales. Yeah, they have minimal duck action, but there are a bunch of ducks going back out right now on the right-hand side, which would be, which I don't even know what stream. Probably not. We're probably got like garbage stream happening right now for ducks, but they are going back out. Oh, what time is it? 7:37. 8 o'clock. That's what I'll do. 8 o'clock. I'll shut her down at 8 o'clock. And then I'll concentrate on making sure the ducks are back here. That's the plan. Well, the coyotes are eating something somewhere else because they're not here. Because I'm telling you, for the amount I'm sitting here with a gun waiting, and there's no freaking and peeking during the day. Doug's not running around like a crazy dog like he usually does. He's pretty freaked out. Oh, somebody's got a typo happening. Probably mud, Dave. Turkeys, be wild turkeys is what he'd be eating. And we got lots of wild turkeys in the bush. Lots. So, like a lot of wild turkeys in this area. It's possible somebody else killed them. Totally possible. All my neighbors. I'm not the only one that's we kill at will here. I'm surrounded by farmers with livestock and birds and you name it. And predators travel a huge swath of land. Like 2 kilometers down the road means nothing to them, And I got lots of neighbors within 2 kilometers with no, because it's just a common thing. Like it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's a rare event. Everybody's shooting everything here. Unless you bump into your neighbor and you're chatting and he goes, "Oh yeah, 2 days ago, yeah, we shot one," Or something bad happened, like the coyote came in and did a lot of killing, that kind of stuff. So. Oh, the ducks. I'll turn this around. They're walking by. I think they're headed back down. Holy mackerel! $100 from Star Hone 84. That's not a whoa. That's a holy mackerel. Thank you so much. That's unbelievable. That's a big tip. That's a huge tip. That means I gotta sit here longer. It's like, you can't go home now. You gotta keep working. Thank you so much. I'm just that's a holy mackerel. That's what it is. I know what you're doing to me now. You want me to stay up all night again. You can't do that to me, guys. I paid for that late night the other night. Like paid so hard, man. It was bad. Yeah, we got ducks going back down the creek. I gotta get a jacket, guys. Ducks going back down to the mud. Oh, there's a bunch of ducks. Look at this. Where is it? Right there? Oh, hang on. Look at. There's a bunch of ducks just coming back. Oh, let me get out of the picture so it focuses. Come on, focus camera, focus. Okay, it won't focus. Look at them. Today, I know, $100, $200 tips today. I'm blown away by this, guys. It's like, I gotta get a pole. That's the thing. I'm a pole dancer with ducks. I think I'm gonna get my rubber boots on, and we're gonna be. I'm gonna have to go down and get ducks to come home. But I'm really wishing I had my coat right now. I'm starting to get the mosquito thing happening around me. But I do have it just sitting on the deck, so I don't have to go. Here, I'm going to give you a duck view while I run and go get a jacket. I got a nice purple camouflage one with black dots on it. Blends right into the woodpile. Okay, I had a bit of a situation here. Over at the garden, the ducks, I was coming back from the house. I got a green jacket on. That instead of the purple camo, I thought the green worked better. The ducks were all at the garden, and there was a bunch of them in the bush. And when I came out of the house, they freaked out and ran towards the house. And now they're all coming into the yard. I got ducks like basically in 3 corners of the property, and just me here. Doug's in the house and he wants to come out. Look at the horde coming home over here now. The ducks are scattered like way too much tonight. They're not in one spot to make this easier. Is that a lot of ducks coming over, guys? Or what? Like, and all those ducks were over at the bush over there, and then they just freaked out. And they came over, and I stood by the hydro pole, the yard light there, and I was just watching the bush, trying to see if I could see anything. Unless something went through the bush and spooked them right when I walked around the corner. Or I walked around the corner and spooked what was in the bush and it left. But now the ducks are all in the yard. I'm thinking I need to move a camera. Because I'm not kidding you. There's like 800 ducks right now in my yard. Yeah, the yard is absolutely just packed full of ducks. Like, it's like packed, guys. They're cutting the lawn. What time is it here? Because I said 8 o'clock was going to be my cutoff, didn't I? What time is it? Someone comment so I can see the time. 7:48. Yeah. I just see there right now. There's like enough ducks down in the swamp that a coyote could run out and try to get one. And I know it'll happen. It'll happen when I'm moving cameras around. There's a good 40 ducks down there right now in the swamp. I wonder if I could do this really fast. It's just like the yard is full of ducks, but I'd hate to do this, you know, move the camera to get you guys a shot of what's going on in the yard, only to lose a duck. And lose a absolute perfect chance to smoke a coyote, to end to end it. That would just, come back to it and find out in the chat. Oh yeah, while you were moving the camera, a duck got taken out in the swamp, just like you thought was going to happen. See, this is the problem, eh? See, if I had someone here helping me, they could move the camera for me and I could keep focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing. And right now, there's like enough ducks down there, and there's actually some ducks headed over to the coyote area. They're only about 30 feet away from where the coyote bolts out. And I'm wearing my camo green jacket. See this? I almost blend in. Oh. the ducks that were over in the area that the coyote comes from, they just, all of them freaked out and ran this direction. And then they quickly stopped and drilled in the mud. I lost my glasses. Oh, well, I threw them down here. It was like my $4.99 expensive glasses. These ones have frames. These are nice ones. These were actually single. No, these ones cost me $10. I forgot. These are $10 glasses. What do you think of them? They stylish frames, right? They're different strength. I can read the comments with them. I think they're 1.75. Oh, mosquitoes. Yeah, they were all down there, and now they're coming back. Alright, I'm thinking we're getting close to moving cameras here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be moving cameras. We'll be doing some yard streaming. There was a whole bunch of ducks in the yard. Oh, there's little strippers. Let's see if I can zoom in on stripper for you. Do you see stripper? Right at the bottom of your screen? She should be right... Okay, where's my finger? Come on, finger. Oh, a little too big. Right there. See stripper? Right there. There's stripper. Right there. There's stripper. At the end, the tip of my finger. She's here. Whoa. There we go. Alright. We've only got 2 white ducks and a tan duck and 2 black ducks in the swamp. And it's getting close to they must know that I wanted to shut it down at 8 o'clock in the swamp. It's 3,000 Canadian pesos too. It's a hell of a deal. You're not supposed to enable me, but you do. That's the deal. If you didn't enable me, who would I stream for? I haven't lost a single goose to botulism. Geese don't drill like ducks do. The problem is ducks drill, eh? And geese don't. Geese graze. Ducks drill. Oh, Bentley. Walking around with his proud hairdo. Little duck. No, you don't get to stay here. It's only the afternoon. It's an afternoon. And there's no supper included. I ain't cooking for anybody. Overnight? Oh man, that's expensive. Big bucks, man. Do I have to come up with a price right now? You don't want to cuddle with the ducks. You want to cuddle with Doug. That is really expensive. Overnight cuddle with Doug. Poof. Big bucks. No, roasted duck. I know I'm not cooking for anybody. I have a hard time cooking for myself, man. I'm a busy guy, and I'm having a hard time taking care of myself this year. And then you want me to all of a sudden be chief cook and bottle washer? Yeah, it is priceless actually. It's like real expensive. This morning he was so cuddly this morning. He's unbelievable actually. He thinks the bed is his. And when I say his, I mean like the whole side of it. Like he lays the full length of the bed. Well, he is the full length of the bed. He's 6 feet long when he stretches out sleeping. It's like amazing how much room he takes. And he's just so cuddly, and he will not get up when he wanted to get up too. You got to talk nice to him and keep waking him up, shaking him, and then you finally have to grab his back legs and drag him off the bed. And then this morning, I dragged him off the bed, and his back legs were on the ground, and his front legs were still on the bed, and he put his head back down and went back to sleep. There was a bunch of ducks down there again doing there's something here. We do have something here, guys, because all the ducks that were down at the creek, the beginning of the creek there on the right hand side, now they're coming back. They're not staying down there anymore. I bet you if I let Doug out, Doug would be doing some hair raising, barking stuff, which I don't want him doing. I don't want him running around unnecessarily. Now the ducks are back. They're in the mud. And I pulled the rifle up and I had a safety on. That would be just useless. Pointed rifle with the safety on, and you're going to kill nothing that way. I bet you I let Doug out, and it was that time of night. Doug's got to come out anyways. It's got to do his night protecting of the yard. Ducks are in the yard. What would a night be without some duck bowling, you know? Oh. Okay, what is going on here? There might be something happening, guys. The ducks are just running back. Everybody, I don't know if you can see any of the streams, down the swamp, but all the ducks just left the swamp. Like they all ran out of the swamp. And there's nothing flying over the property. I see a little duck I gotta put in the hospital. It's the little duck with the limp that's had the limp for 2 weeks and somehow still manages to go everywhere with the ducks. Oh, it's not a limp. It's a Mrs. Gimp 3.0, guys. We got a Mrs. Gimp 3.0. Because we had a Mrs. Gimp 2.0, but that duck didn't last. The original Mrs. Gimp lasted the longest. Yeah, something just freaked all the ducks out. Okay, I don't know if it's Mrs. Gimp here. Hang on, it's coming up here. I'm gonna just see. Yeah, something just freaked everybody out. So everybody's in the yard. Okay, I think I gotta get Doug out, move the cameras around, let Doug do his job, get some duck bowling happening. Man, these ducks that are hurt. I like to know, it's gotta be from the stampedes we had in the pen at night. They just haven't healed up. I thought maybe, no, it's not a snapping turtle problem either. I thought it was a snapping turtle foot. And the foot's fine, just a wicked limp. Not a duck in the swamp, guys. They all freaked out and came out. Dave, it's 8:01. Is that what the time is right now? And not all the ducks left. Like nobody. I'll show you guys. I can now that we got nobody down there, and I can take the gun. Dechamber it. All right. Whoa. The duck with the limp, I gotta put it in the hospital. You know the problem with the iPad next to me? What, that duck right there? It doesn't have a limp. There's this little duck, the one I'm talking about. There's that one right there. See? That's the one I gotta put. The iPads. The problem with the iPad is the camera's on that side, but the way it shoots, I've got to turn the iPad like on a 30-degree angle. Like right now I've got it on a 30-degree angle to get me in the center of the screen. If I keep it straight in front of me, I've got to keep it off to my left. Actually, let me try that. I hate iPads. iPads suck for doing selfies. Streaming. Okay, I'm going to try to catch this duck. I have no idea if I can catch it. Because sometimes they can just miracle can get all those kinds of speed. Are you alright, little duck? No? Yeah. Okay. Come on. No. Just wait. Relax, little duck. Alright, I got you. What do you think, little duck? I know, that loud? It's just nuts, eh? They're so soft. The heart's not pounding either. It's actually quite calm. We must name this duck Barbalee. Come on. It's like, you know how hard it is naming white ducks? No, the bill looks long because it's in an iPad and it's really close to the screen. Yeah. Was that loud, guys? I put the directional mic right in front of its bill there so you get the full blast. Do it again there, duck. Give it another quack. No, eh? Right. The duck's going into the barn. Oh, guys, look at this behind me. Is that crazy? I gotta get the other streams moved. There's a sea of ducks behind me. Alright? Is that a lot of ducks? Was that loud? Yeah, it was loud. I got my ear right beside it. So imagine how loud it was for me. I don't believe this. Not a duck in the swamp. Sorry, guys. This iPad, it's so hard to stream with the iPad the way the camera is. Is that loud? Quack again for us before I put you in the barn. Come on. Quack again. Oh, if you're using earphones, you can need new ears. I don't believe it. There's not a duck down there. Everybody's in the yard. I gotta get Doug out here. Am I blowing your brains out here, guys? Okay, so the hospital situation. Tomorrow I'm taking Fabio in. Alright, get in there, little duck. Oh, I got to top up their food in there too. They're on pellet. I got them on pellets. They're getting caviar while they're in the hospital. I picked up 2 bags of pellets yesterday. Oh, look at Magoo. Magoo's out. He's doing better, man. He was pretty, depressed. But I've noticed the last 2 days, he's back out and about. I wonder if it's the molt. Yeah, I wonder if that's what it is. Swimming in circles. Look at that, eh? Just like he does when he's walking around, he just walks in circles, he swims in circles. Just spins around, just like he does in the pen or in the shed. He just spins around in circles. Yeah, he's got angel wing. He's probably blind, I think. I don't know. But he survives. Oh, he's a clean duck. He's a really clean duck. For a duck, he finds the tub all the time. He's an awesome little duck. But they ever look bad, eh, when they're molten? He's not even remotely close to being done as molt either. He's still got to lose all that green on his head. He's got to look like Fabio, where he loses everything on his head and then it grows back. He has no idea how famous he is. None. I don't believe what's going on here. There's not a duck. Stripper's up there in the mess somewhere. Alright. Well, this is so strange with the iPad, guys. You have no idea the angle that I have to put this on. And like right now, okay, it looks like the iPad's right in front of me right now, but it's actually off center by a good 18 inches on an angle. It's the most screwy camera. I don't know if it's why Apple would put the lens on such an angle. It doesn't make any sense. A selfie stick wouldn't even help this. It's like, I'm not kidding you, it's like a 30-degree angle, off center, a good foot. Anyways, I just want to show you something. Look at this, okay? What, there's settings for the camera? I've never seen that. Where do you find these, Brittany? Tell me. I'm all ears on this one now. Yeah, I agree. Apple sucks. But right now, they're no, unban him. That was just a slip, man. Unban him. He just needs that comment. He needs to be taught a lesson on the language. But I have to agree with him. Apple is the S. Did you unban him? Okay, thank you, Charlie. Oh, he's unbanned 3 times. Oh, he's special. He's got 3 unbans. But see that? Nothing. Look at it. Not a bird anywhere. And I got streams running of nothing. They're all up there. This one is an iPad Air 2. That's what this one is. iPad Air 2. Sucks. The iPhone, I don't have this problem. Like, I don't have to consciously turn the camera on this angle to get me in the middle. Like, if I hold the camera, okay, guys, right there, that's how normally I would film. That's what it's like. And it's looking like I'm looking in the different direction than like it looks like I'm looking away from you right now. That's what it looks like to me anyways. It's just bizarre the way it plays back on the screen. Like, I almost need a pair of sunglasses so I could do the old Casey Neistat thing so you can't tell where I'm looking at. Anyways. No, this is a brand new one. It's a iPad Air 2. It's like last year. Oh, we got a little duck leaving. I wonder if that's a wild duck. I think that's a wild duck that was in our feeder, guys. Look at it. Okay, come on. Okay, Brittany never told us where the settings are on how to fix this. What happened to Brittany? Did she leave? I'm waiting for Brittany to tell me in the settings where you change the camera. Yeah, I know, the zoom sucks, eh? I guess Brittany's not going to tell us. No, Barb, if you get banned on the channel, I'm pretty sure it bans you on the whole channel. I'm 99% sure. But I want to see if this is a wild duck, to see if it flies. I'm thinking it is. I think it's being aggressive here right now. It was a little wild duck that walked by us. I'm pretty sure that's a wild duck. I know we have a little female here that Metzer sent us. I know we have one. Okay, the fact that this duck is not flying, I'm thinking this is our duck. That might be our little female, guys. The one that we have, that one single mallard. Yeah, I'm thinking that's our duck. Yeah, I think it is. It's not flying away. I'm thinking that is. Yeah, that's our duck. That duck belongs here. It's not an illegal. I thought it was an illegal. Okay. Yeah, it's so small. It's a domesticated mallard. You guys having problems with the sync? Am I out of sync again? Is my mouth not matching my words? I'm not playing the ventriloquist screen tonight. I'm talking normal. I gotta move cameras around. I'm gonna put the what did I call that stream? Whatever stream right now is on top of the feeder. I'm going to move it. Or no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it and start a new stream called End of Day. That's what I'm going to do. The tiny mallard needs a name? We got to name everything, don't we, guys? See how you notice how I keep doing this with the camera? Because it's like, oh, man, I don't know. I can't win with this iPad. Like, see, I'm doing it again. Half my face is gone. All right, I'm going to end this iPad thing here. I'm not enjoying it. The only thing it's good for is doing chat on the Coyote, because the comments are big and I can actually read it. So I'm going to end a stream, start another stream for the what you call it? Oh, end of day. That's what I'm doing. Man, I'm having a problem here. I gotta show this to you while I'm walking around. Instead of looking at me, instead of looking at half my face, I'll show you what's in my yard here while I'm doing this. Look at this. All the ducks are in the yard. Oh, camera's going out of focus. Holy mackerels. Oh, there's Bentley. Oh, Bentley. Oh, wait till this. Wait till I'll give you an ocean of ducks, guys. Okay, is that a lot of ducks? Holy mackerel? That's a holy mackerel amount of ducks, eh? I know. Okay, I gotta end the stream and start another stream. Whoop. And get the end of the day routine happening here. Move cameras around, all that kind of neat stuff. Duck quota is full today. That's a lot of ducks. Oh, I gotta go get the iPad tripod. I'm gonna leave this going while I go to the tripod. It would have been a better pan if it would have been in 1080. 720 on an iPad sucks. I'll get the other camera running on the battery pack, and I'll give you a pan of the ducks in 1080 with the big camera. That's what I'll do. That's the ticket tonight, boys and girls. Yeah, not a duck. Look at that, eh? The swamp is completely there, empty. Oh, lights just came on, guys. End of the day. Man, I feel so much better that I had that crazy power nap. But I am getting a bit hungry. I didn't plan out supper. I was so excited when I woke up and I was like, okay, I'll get outside, quick, quick, quick. Everybody's going to think I'm slacking it. That's something about the live. I can't lie. Say, oh, you know, oh, I was busy today. Well, we didn't see you walking around the property or hear a thing all day. We's thinking you're lying, Matt. Okay, I'm going to end this stream and start another stream on the big camera so we can do a mobile, and we'll do a sea of ducks happening here. Plus, I got to move the other cameras for the typical night routine thing here. You know the deal, anybody that's watched this on a regular basis.